Oh, it was probably here with the third iteration of hacking the system. Now we're going to do something different because I do want to try to do different things in this series instead of just I don't have anything near me, like taking like the Beast Driver and teaching you how to like poke at the side pins because that's not focused. Instead, I think the name of hacking this system, because I did make it like in 2015, so that was like almost 5 years ago. I want to try to do more things that actually like are more customizable. So as I've been saying in the reviews of these, I want to change their tracks to make them more accurate. Mostly these two, but then Beast Hyper, we have something fun to do with them because it's stupid. So I'll teach you, not teach you, but show you how you can exchange the tracks of these Ridewatches and such. And as you can see, I already removed the tabs because preparation. So obviously what you need to do this is obviously the Ridewatch, and then the Ridewatch you want to exchange its tab with. Yes, this now I might be making this way more difficult than you need it to be because the easiest thing you can technically do is make a mold out of the track and then just copy it, or like, yeah, make a mold of the track, make sure it has all the pins, and then make your molds. Like, yes, I understand that's the easier method, but we're just gonna be... Did I say it was the easier method? We're just gonna be cheap and sad and just change the tracks. So obviously with Mad Rogue, we're gonna be using Rogue. This one's gonna be probably most disheartening to people, but we're gonna use Knight Survive and Ryuki Survive. So we're gonna be using a premium Ridewatch on this. So that's fun. And then, if you couldn't tell already, we're going to use Beast Hyper and Kabuto Hyperform. Now, obviously, the good thing with Kabuto Hyperform is that because he did get a Gashapon release from Gashapon set 7 or 17, you can use that, and I highly recommend to use that rather than the DX one. But I only have the DX one because I did not get Gashapon set 17 via Gashapon, or I did. I did not get it as a set. So I'm actually going to show you guys how to do just unscrew the Gashapon and / Candy Toy Ridewatches, because it actually, these ones are way easier than the DX ones, which I'll show later. So let's just get into that. Okay, so I changed the angle a bit, even though it doesn't look like much, so yeah. Anyways, you're going to need a screwdriver. This screwdriver is not good. This is from a model kit screwdriver. I don't recommend this because it actually, now it's just scraping the screws of my stuff. But I do, like, my oldest brother does have a screwdriver kit, but I'm not going to bother getting that just because the screw does work fine with these. Obviously, the first thing you want to do is just remove the batteries out of this. So just simply unscrew the battery cover until it pries out. These ones are kind of difficult to like tell, so you're just gonna have to move that out and just pull, and then simply remove the batteries. And now you're going to unscrew these 5 screws from the back. So there's the first one. Now, I know most people like taking their screws out and putting them in somewhere. I personally prefer just to leave them in place. Or if I have to take them out, I rather keep in like where they originally were, because I'm just that kind of person. So I don't like it when you like put screws where they originally were not. So, and for the sake of this, I'm actually going to have to place these screws out. And if you can, or my screw is magnetized. I don't know why. I don't know why it is, but or I forgot why. So I'm actually gonna put these screws off to the side, but as you can poorly see here, I kept them in the same places that they would be on here. So then after that, you actually just simply split the Ridewatch. However, you want to be careful, as the speaker will be from here, and it will actually be mixed sometimes where the button will be placed. It will either stick on this side or this side. It's just inconsistent as a whole. Now you're going to want to gently pull the circuit board, like just simply pull it out of its place, because you have to access the track. So now after you did that, you can see there's a screw here that we have to get rid of, because we have to remove where the batteries were. So let me just quickly do that. And then actually you're going to remove then you're going to unscrew this screw, and then what should then actually loosen the track, because I actually just I never actually removed the track out of a Gashapon, but it's actually way easier than the DX one, obviously. So now you got the track removed for this. So as you can see here, now obviously you can make your own mold of it if you want. And just for stupid fun, we can take the Ziku Driver and then just make sure it actually reads it. So obviously it will just work like that. And yeah. Now with the DX Ridewatch, obviously you want to remove the cover, like so, and then let me pull the pull tab, because I never did that. And obviously you want something to focus, so I don't even know what this is from, but I have other things such as these sticks I use to, you know, manipulate pins. And then you want to remove the cover, and then obviously you want to remove all the batteries. So then there's actually 2 screws at the front of the watch, and then there's an additional 2 at the back. So I actually recommend taking these two out first. Again, we're going to have to set those out. Again, try to remember the positions they were at. I don't know why that was so difficult for me. But, okay. So this is a similar process to the Gashapon ones, but obviously you're going to have to be more careful because of all the spring mechanisms, because you're going to be greeted by the springs and such of how this works. So this is the button that allows it to eject. As you saw me do, you don't want this spring, you don't want to lose a spring, nor do you want to lose it for this piece. So, as you can see from here, there's a lot we have to do to dig to the bottom of this. So we're going to have to unscrew this screw, then unscrew the circuit, and then we'll get to the bottom. You want to be careful lifting these up. Again, because you don't want to rip any wiring, because then that'll be bad. Especially, again, this is a premium Bandai product. Then there's this screw at the bottom. Again, you really want to be careful with this. You might even want to like just remove the button, because a lot of this you have to move as one. Luckily I did not lose that screw, but I'm going to actually take off these the circuit screws, because I don't want those lost. But now you want to just slightly like tug it, so then it doesn't like, you don't want to like mess with this, because as you can see there's just so much like gluing on this one, which is actually odd. But now the last thing you need to do, you need to lift this up, or you need to lift it up of some kind, and as you can see you need to remove this section of the speaker, which is 3 screws from here. Now, after you get these 3 screws, you have to lift this section, unless you're dumb and forget the top screw. Again, professionalism, unwritten, that's the main channel as a whole. So now you got this section off, and now you can freely remove the electronics of the Ridewatch. And now, as you can see here, there's 2 screws here to remove the track. However, there's additional 2 by just slowly taking out the buttons of the Ridewatch. Now, with this, I do actually recommend to just keep these ones somewhere. So, now you have the track for Ryuki Survive off, to which now I'll show the transplanting process now. So you just simply, as you can see, as I'll show off carefully, there's the blank backing. You gotta keep in mind the screws are still in there because I'm not taking them out. You just simply slot it in. Make sure it's correct though. So make sure like it's going that way. And then just simply screw them in. Try to make sure they're actually in all the way, but also be careful about electronics. But I don't think this is on as securely, and something just fell. That was the reset button. So, yeah, I think this should be in at this point. So, that's essentially it for transplanting, and I'll actually clean this all up and do the remaining 2. Okay, so I actually ran through an issue with trying to transfer Rogue or Mad Rogue to Rogue, like yeah, Rogue to Mad Rogue, because the shapes. What I didn't realize with this side, is that the shapes of the indentations are different. This is Rogue's, which has this arrow going, or for this side has the arrow going this way and down, while the bottom one goes up and to the left. Builds technically has these switched. So that's funny, because I realized I actually couldn't put, like for fun, I wanted to put this Ryuki on Survive, but I couldn't. Now I know why. So here are the 2 of the 3 Ridewatches completed, because as I discovered, the Gashapon and I believe Candy Toy Ridewatches on this side have these shapes on the left, while the DX ones are just full circles. So you can't necessarily swap Gashapon or Candy Toys because they have these shapes, while with DX ones you can. So that's why I was able to get these two done. So yeah, if you actually want to make Beast Hyper have Kabuto Hyper's track, you have to use the DX one, which I guess kind of sucks. Well, anyways, so yeah, we won't get to see Mad Rogue as Rogue, sadly, because Rogue didn't have a DX one. So let's just see what these two offer. I don't know how you prop this properly. I really can't angle this. So yeah, after trying to angle my camera on this, which clearly didn't work, yeah, while the timing might not be as well, because obviously they weren't in time for it, it's pretty interesting to see. For a view of the scraps, here are those, and then here are the respective screws, and then there's the scraps up there. It really sucks I couldn't do Mad Rogue, because Mad Rogue was the one I really wanted to do, just because he bothers me the most. Well, same with Night Survive, but I would have liked to see Mad Rogue, but I guess the only way to like get around this is if like you possibly like somehow round like I'm just gonna do it this way. So like you round off what Rogue has, because as you can see they're both different shapes, and honestly it really sucks, because you know I wanted to do this one, but I would say this one was pretty fun. Now obviously you can like you can literally just do like random stuff, such as like, you know, I don't know, you can give like someone Tsukiomi's track, because that's the one that was right next to me. You can possibly like use like a Ridewatch track on like anything. I don't know. You can just do anything with like changing the tracks on Ridewatches, the DX ones at least. Like, because you can transplant DX tracks onto Gashapon and Candy Toy, but you can't do it the other way around. Because I want to do something fun where I put like Ryuki's track on Ryuki Survive, but then I'll have to get the DX one. It's just like, I don't want to. Anyways, that's basically it for this video. So I'll say it ended alright. I'm just really bummed out about Night Rogue. So this is PowerRider, and I hope you enjoyed this new edition of Hacking the System. Bye.